Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We got a watch along today. It's, of course, Wolves against Man City. And yeah, it's about keeping momentum, isn't it? You want to go into this international break unbeaten in the league. I think that'd be quite important to us. Particularly coming back from that when we've got United, who are currently only 2 points behind us. Which is amazing when you think how bad they were at the beginning of the season. So we just got to keep going. Just keep going. That's what today's all about. And in fairness, Wolves they do really lack firepower. You know? They're not conceding many. I think they've only conceded 3 this season. There we go. So yeah, it's all about keeping momentum and not getting beaten in this game. And Wolves do have pace through the team. You know, they've got some quick plays and they're going to try and hit us on that counter. Defensively, they're quite well. They're well coached. You know. That wants to lead the team out. I think he wants to show his appreciation. Here comes the Wolves manager. There's a minute of silence for the passing of the Queen. And there's the national anthem. And by all accounts, we are ready to go. Looks like a glorious day at the Molineux, nice and sunny. And I think as well, when you look at that team that he's put out there, I mean, everyone's crying for Alvarez, and I understand it. I want Alvarez as well, but you know, if Pep's got faith in Grealish, I'm going to keep putting faith in him. Maybe Pep's trying to force him to work rather than expecting him to work. I don't know. But yeah, look at that Wolves team. Yeah, I've got pace. Stones at right back, I don't actually mind either. I kind of like Stones at right back. I know he's not quick. Like, none of the back four are quick, which can be an issue. Because, let's be honest, every team's going to hit us on the counter. But Stones is better on the ball than Walker. He's trying to turn Walker into a creative midfielder, and he's not a creative mid. They've got a pretty decent midfield three then. Podence I like as well. I like Podence. I'm just glad I don't see Traore on there because his pace always destroys us. It's like Maximan always gets us. I like Silverback in his normal position. I mean, he's good on the right, of course. He's good anywhere, but I prefer him to be in the middle. I think he offers a bit more support to Rodri than what Gundogan and De Bruyne do. And of course, all the talk's going to be on Haaland, or the focus is on Haaland as well. Lets the team go under the radar a little bit. But then just expect him to score every game. Even if you know he only touches the ball 5 times and a half, you know one of them's going to be a chance. Look at, you can see Wolves' immediate mentality there. Kickoff happened, and the first thing they did was drop back immediately. They didn't even think about going forward. Half pressing. Yeah, they don't want to come out, Wolves. After what happened to them last year with us, I'm not that surprised. Damn, I didn't start the timer. My bad. Add a minute. Never mind, goal already. It's Grealish. Of course, it has to be, doesn't it? Man, I was looking down. I was just starting the clocks. I forgot. Well, there goes the Wolves game plan out the window straight away. I'm not even looking. Guy needs to calm down. Let's have a look. De Bruyne, wonderful pass to Foden. Gives it to Kev. What a ball by Kev. Grealish, bang, goal, 1-0. Nice and easy, to be honest with you. Disgusting. Scored within a minute. But now it's a case of not letting it drop. Just keep going, just keep going. You know, I didn't expect us to start so fast out of the blocks, because this season we typically start pretty poor. We have to build into the game. But not this one. And again, when you think about how much we hurt Wolves last year. Oh, Bernardo, unlucky, the ball went behind me and kind of lost it. Haaland pressing. Sar goes long. Rodri's under it, he does head it. We get the second ball, Akanji. Then one of them, I don't know who it was, I think it's Matinho, just ran into Rodri. There's on the floor. Stone switches play to the left. Grealish and loads of space on that left hand side. Doesn't control it very well. And Wolves have it. Well, that did not take long. Holden's near post. Edison beats it away. I think he should be doing better with that, to be fair. I mean, Wolves have a corner here. In swing here. Look like Stonesy boy won the header. And it's going to be a Wolves throw just about on the edge of the City. Sorry, penalty box on the left. Look at that. Our last 33 games, when we've scored first, we've not lost, and we've only drawn 3. We won 30 of the last 33 we've scored first. That is an incredible record. It shows you how much we strangle games out when we take the lead. Especially when you concede against us in the first minute. It's tough for any team. Andrew does well, steps out of defense, wins the ball. Here's De Bruyne, folded on the right. He gives it to Phil. First time to Haaland. He didn't put enough pace on the ball. If he put enough pace on the cross there, Haaland went back post rather than middle. But look how easy we carved them through there, and that's because of that middle 3. Oh, if Foden, if Haaland had run towards him rather than away. Look at the size of Haaland. Them two defenders want to come up to his shoulders. Rodri saying he's not done it. They're going to check it. I mean, the keeper went up for the ball with Sar. Rodri also jumped up. Rodri is the one that came away with it. I mean, even if he didn't touch the keeper, I expect him to give the free kick because keepers are so protected. I mean, keepers jumped on the floor like it's the world's worst injury, but I mean, I think the keeper was weak there. But that's not too bad because I think Sar's confidence there is not going to be bolstered by that. Being a bit soft and not coming and claiming the ball properly. Just a bit more nerves. See, that's why I like Bernardo in the middle and not on the front 3. Because if he wasn't there, Gundogan and De Bruyne wouldn't have been there to clean up and give it back to Edison. And Wolves would have been able to break. That is why Bernardo is so important in that role. And I think Foden's going to move there after Bernardo moves on. Nice. See Haaland dropping deep, collecting the ball. I think that's twice Stones are trying to switch it to Grealish and it's not quite worked out the ball. They're pressing themselves into trouble here, Wolves. Yep, there we go. We win it high up. Phil, the ball by Phil was poor. That's 2 balls. Now he's had a chance to put in and he's... But yeah, so that goal came because we pressed really high. Ball to Roger on the halfway line. He goes to De Bruyne, turns straight out wide to Foden. De Bruyne goes on the overlap, crosses first time, Grealish. And that's why De Bruyne's so good as well. That's why he gets so many assists, because he puts the ball in early. He doesn't take an extra 2-3 touches like Grealish does, Mahrez does, Bill as well. He just puts the ball in immediately. He just whips it in. And when you do that, it doesn't give the defense time to set. And it means they're just always running towards the one goal there. Oh, he's done really well there. Like I said, their middle three are really good. He just tries to dribble out from his own area. Didn't like that. But, I mean, we get it away and it goes to Sa again. Look at this harassing. Phil's gone from right to left there. That's brilliant from Phil, that. And that's our throw as well. No, it's a shame. Phil did really well. Good pressing. Stones does well. Going to be another Wolves throw. Like I said, no matter how you look at it, even if they have chances, Wolves have only scored 4 goals in the Premier League this season. They've only conceded 3, that's their 4th now. But they've only scored 4. So even if they create chances, they're not taking them. That's well defended by Cancelo. Gets his foot in really well. Diaz lingers on the ball, gets away with it. It's going to be a throw into City. And towards the corner flag on the left. Diaz should have just hit that early. Got rid of it. And this is one of the things I really dislike about Cancelo. When he tries the tricks at the edge of his own box, look at him back healing it. Straight out of play, Wolves throw. Fortunately, our press has got them going backwards. Where'd they come now? Oh, he's cutting side Stones. Well done there. Heavy touch from them, and Cancelo gets his foot in. Neto it was with a heavy touch. And Cancelo manages to get it away for a throw. Yeah, poor touch. It's unlucky that. I mean, again, we're winning it high up from the press. Rodri does really well to hang on to it. It's De Bruyne now running it. The defense has got Foden on his right. It's gone wrong. He went left to Haaland, who I don't think was really looking for the ball. He definitely wasn't looking for that ball. He should have gone Foden on the right. Don't let him shoot. Rodri came across. Neto cut inside Cancelo there, but Rodri was there on alert. And he's booking Rodri for that. Or ref. I mean, barely. He put his hands on him. He didn't pull him back. That's a free kick to Wolves. Dangerous spot. And I do always reckon that any shot on target is likely to go in on us. That's poor from Rodri. Neto standing over it. Matinho standing over it. Edison yelling at the wall, trying to line them up properly. I don't think he knows what he wants. Well, Rodri being booked in the 12th minute is a concern. You just can't give these chances away. Poor free kick, corner. Corner still not taken. Gonna be an in-swinger. No. Went short. Rodri heads it away on his knees. Oh, pass from Foden again. His passing's been poor in this one. Foden's chips it in over the bar. Poor cross by Podence. But Foden again, that's the third time. More dangerous when he does it in hour and a half. Just didn't get enough on it. That's the weight of his pass has been wrong 3 times already in the first 15 minutes. So here's Diaz with it on the halfway line. He goes backward to Edison. Rodri's calling for the ball, but instead Edison goes left towards Cancelo, takes it on his chest, hits it to Grealish. He gets it out wide to Bernardo, feeds it through to Erling, hits it right foot, scores. He scores from outside the box, right foot, beautiful. There you go, just give him the ball. He's ridiculous. Ridiculous. That looks so easy. That the way Wolves just opened up, letting him run at them. Like he can't score from outside the box. It's poor. Poor from Wolves, but great from City. Grealish, Bernardo do really well. Like I said, look at this. He just runs at his man. One step over, hits it right foot. Keeper's a little bit blindsided, I think, by the defender. Bottom corner. The Wolves fan at the back is clapping before it hits the back of the net. I don't know if anyone saw that, but he's clapping before it goes in. Well, I think that's probably game, to be honest with you. Oh, I put on the wrong score. With the away team. My bad. I had a shocker. I always said it. People are having a laugh about them having 8 touches, 9 touches, and I said, Give him more than that, you'll be sorry. But yeah, he's a joke. He's a machine. Who needs to be inside the box to score? Not him. And looking how easy these goals have been as well, both of them, when you think that Wolves have a really decent defensive record. They've only conceded 3 before today. You know, the biggest problem was going forward, but in this game, it looks the opposite. Going forward, they've not created much, but they've asked a few questions every now and then. But defensively, we're just tearing them apart. We're still harassing them as well on the edge of their own box there. Good play from the lads. Good pressure. And there you go. That's what they'll do. They'll give you the ball forward and wins it this time. Nice little flick from Grealish on the corner to Bernardo. And again, running a defense. This time it goes switch to De Bruyne on the right of the box. He gave it to Cancelo, whose shot is blocked. Bernardo, look at that. We've got like 5-6 players in the box there. Defensively, Wolves are all over the place here. You get another couple before half time. It's only 15 minutes, well, 20 minutes in now. Bernardo tries to back heel it around the corner to Grealish. Doesn't come off, finds it way to Sarr. But look at De Bruyne's pressure there. I know he didn't get the ball and they're still coming away with it. But he wins the throw. That's De Bruyne. The work rate. That is phenomenal work rate from Kev. As soon as they got the ball, Kev pressed him from about 20 yards, closed it, chased him to the halfway line, and then wins the throw. Haaland doesn't look that comfortable there, to be honest. Bill gets the ball back to Diaz. Rodri. Now to De Bruyne. Just crossing the halfway line on the left. Now Foden. And it's Grealish. Grealish cuts inside. Gives it to Haaland. Grealish goes down, so Haaland can't give him back. He went for the 1-2. So Haaland holds on to it, crosses it towards Phil, but Sarr cleans it. See, I think he was going for the 1-2, but as soon as Grealish went down, he had to hold on to it, and he does really well. Decent cross as well into the 6-yard box. It's exactly where he'd want it. But here come Wolves now on the counter, and this is the danger. Akanji's got to watch his man. Don't foul him. I don't know. Do you know what? I think it does hit him. Akanji does go into him. I think that's poor from Akanji, to be honest. I could make an argument for that being a pen. But in the end, ref gave handball, and it's free kick to us in just on the edge of the 6-yard, I suppose. I mean, he went down easy, but at the same time, he didn't get the ball, and he got the man. So that'd be more posts about City cheating later. Roger hits it, edge of the box, straight at Sarr. Good hit though. He was getting closed down, so I would have taken the shot as well. But I think with that pressure, he was under. Gets on target though. And why not test the keeper? I don't think he's having a great game. I don't know how he's done that. I don't know how he's got in between two of you there. Wolves have a rare attack. Neto. Wide right. Shoots across the box and it's out for a goal kick. But I mean, look at that one ball and he's between. Akanji stepped in, which was poor. And then he ends up between Stones and Diaz. He feeds out wide to Neto. He just shoots and it's goes wide. Goes right across the goal. Edison chips it forward towards Haaland. Doesn't win the header. Yeah, I mean, Haaland's a joke, isn't he? And that's his first goal outside the box as well. I mean, who says he needs to be 6 yards out? Apping them in. But the most pleasing thing about this game so far is that Roger's always already on a yellow, doesn't it? Cancelo does really well to cut that out as well. Yeah, the really warming thing for me in this game is that we've not started cold, we've not started slow. Too many games this season we've started. I really don't like Cancelo, like when he's in defensively. I think it's decision making and his little tricks he does on the edge of the box. He's lucky he doesn't cost us more goals. Don't mind when he's doing it on the halfway line. Nice press from Wolves. Wins it from Stones. We had too many games this season. We've started and Akanji another foul. Ah, what is he doing? They're a bit too quick for him. I mean, it's a foul. What's he doing? But yeah, too many games this season. We've started slow and we've found ourselves 2 goals behind or a goal behind. But this game, we started well. We've not let it drop so far. Defensively, we look a little bit shaky, but the Wolves don't score too many goals. The Premier League, a Farmers League. Yeah, I mean, the problem. I think the difference is when people say like, "Oh wow," and you say the Premier League isn't a Farmers League, and they're always showing us winning it. The Premier League isn't a Farmers League. It's just that we're so good. And our standard is so high every week. It's not because the teams are bad, just that we're good. I mean, I reckon if we go into the French league, we'd probably go unbeaten. Possibly in Germany as well, you know. Edison with a rare poor ball. I think he just hit it straight away and it just went in between Grealish and where Cancelo was. Out for a throw in. Midway inside the city half to Wolverhampton Wanderers. I don't think pressure gets to Haaland either. I don't think he feels it. I think he just laughs it off. Whenever you see his interviews, he's always laughing and joking. When he misses chances, he laughs. What is that ball as well? Was that Stones? Who was that? Diaz has done really well there to get away from 2 Wolves players. Give it to Grealish, who needs to just run now with the ball. Foden's getting into the box, back post. Grealish doesn't really do anything with it, but that's our ball. Well done, ref. Well done, ref. That was definitely our ball. I mean, you can whinge all you want. Grealish did really well because he just drove forward with the ball, relieved some of the pressure. It's Bernardo now. Stones has a bit of space in centre mid. He gives it left to Diaz. Gives it to Akanji. Who's the furthest one back on the halfway line. He gives it back to Diaz on the left. Gives it to Cancelo. Ball finds its way to Haaland right in the middle. And unfortunately he had a poor touch and it's back to Sarr, who rolls it out. But Haaland's the first one to close them down. De Bruyne with him. De Bruyne's had a really good half as well. His work rate's been incredible. Well done, ref, not giving that. Foden. De Bruyne. Foden. Bernardo. Just hit it, Jack. Unlucky, over. Hey Noah, how's it going? Nice to see you. I think Grealish is having a good game. I know a lot of people before the game, especially on Twitter, I saw it having a go at him. And we all want to see Alvarez play. We all want to see Alvarez. I want to see Alvarez. But, you know, Grealish is having a decent game. I'm not against it so far. The front three, I think Foden's doing all right. I think his weight of passes let him down on a few occasions, though, and he's played himself into trouble. I'm sure he'll come good in the second half. And again, it's his work rate you got to admire too, even when he has a bad game. And there you go, he's harassing Foden, something nice, isn't it? Roger wins it. Haaland has it. He gives it to Jack. Gives it to Cancelo. He drives over the halfway line with it. Haaland, who needs to give him back. But he's offside now. And then Haaland falls over. He looks a bit too heavy for his feet there. Like once momentum takes him downward, he ain't saving himself. He's not got like the balance of Bernardo or Foden. But that Stones again doing really well, getting his foot in. It's going to be a throw. De Bruyne wins it again. He's having such a good half, him. He's been phenomenal, De Bruyne, in this half. Referee gives a foul. Referee has allowed a lot to go. He's not giving a lot of free kicks, but that one is definitely a free kick on the halfway. On Bernardo, Matinho. Here's Bernardo now. He's got a bit of space. He's got like 5 yards either side of him. Just drives it forward a little bit. Gives it to Cancelo. Gives it Jack. Gives it back to Cancelo. Diaz. Now Akanji. Haaland is a beast. You are not wrong. Haaland is a monster. In fact, he's so big as well. Like he's got it all. He's got pace. He's got height. Now here comes. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Referee played on twice there. He could have, and then De Bruyne's fouled. Well, referee allows play on, and here's Phil chasing down. Kilman does really well defensively. Phil couldn't bring it down. Unlucky that. It's well defended. Bernardo this time fouls him, and it's a free kick to Wolves. The ref isn't giving a lot. The ref is allowing the game to just continue. A lot of niggly kicks. I don't know if he got the ball actually. He might have got the ball, but hard to say even on the replay. And you can see Wolves' intent here because they've only got, well, they've got 4 players ahead of the ball, but only one of them anywhere near the box. So yeah, they're going to play it short, which is what they do. Long ball is absolutely dire, and it's going to go out for a Man City throw right on the corner flag on the left-hand side. City's left, Wolves right. Arsenal, Tottenham, Saturday 1st of October. That's going to be a great weekend back, that. Because, of course, we've got United at home. As the ball's cleared to the halfway line. Haaland chasing it. Nado misses his kick. But Diaz was right behind him. Cancelo goes long to Jack's a great ball. He's kicked him in the chest there. And it's a red. It looked high. It does kick him in the chest, I think. I mean, it looked a bad one. He's not really arguing too much. He's saying he got the ball, but I mean, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. I mean, obviously the Wolves players are going to go crazy on this anyway. Let's have a look at this. It's a red. Oh, it's a red. I mean, that is definitely a red. Oh. Referee ain't overturning that. Like, I don't think he's meant to hurt him. I think he has meant to go for the ball because obviously the ball's bounced. He thought Jack was going to go for it, which he didn't. And then unfortunately, he's just it's a red. He's pleading his case still, but he can't do anything about it. He's saying he's gone for the ball, but it doesn't matter. He's gone into Jack with force, studs right into his gut. He's looking to get him in the groin. That would have hurt. It's 100% a red. 100%. Referee had no hesitation, and it was the right call. It's the right decision. I mean, this is the full speed one, different angle. Oh. It has to go. I mean, again, he went for the ball, but it's a red. I don't know why they're all arguing still. A bad challenge in the end. And of course, everyone's going to liken it to the Haaland one on the Palace player or Forest player, whoever it was. But I mean, that was just Haaland still sticking his foot up to control the ball, and the play diving into, like, putting his head down. That was a jump into him. Yeah, it's a bad challenge. And you got to say, I mean, that's game over, isn't it? You're not coming back from that. But yeah, that's a oof. See the stud marks. Got him on the thigh as well. And De Bruyne's going to whip the free kick in now. And again, I think De Bruyne's been our man of the match so far. He's had a fantastic first half, Kev. A good ball in as well, unfortunately. No one was attacking that area. They can jam ball it. He's having an interesting half. Wolves fans are booing Grealish, but I mean, he couldn't do anything about getting flying kick in the midriff. And you have to say for Wolves now it's a case of let's not get battered. Because if they concede a third before half time, they could be in trouble. It looked like a foul, but I mean, again, the referee's been letting them go anyway. He doesn't mind a bit of physicality in this game, which you got to appreciate. And they always say, don't they, that it's harder to break down 10 men, but you know, it just depends how we come out in the second half, whether we want to get another 2 or 3, or we're just happy just to chill. I mean, you'd expect us to go out more because it's international break now. We've got no games for a couple of weeks, so it's not like the players need to rest obviously for the next games, the international ones, but Pep has no control over that, so you may as well go all out for more goals. That's a foul as well, ref. I mean, refs again let it go. It's interesting. Cancelo gets away from 2 of them, breaks across the halfway line with the ball, and then gives it inside to Kev. He's got Phil on the right. Poor ball. That's the only bad ball he's done. Good idea, just executed. Not that great. Just gave the defender too much of it. I expect a few minutes added time on as well at the end of this half, so we reckon about 10 minutes left in the first half. Foden's running at Stones. I don't like it for pace. He hit it wide. Decent effort. I mean, he's got the pace on Stones, especially when Stones gives him that space. And look, he was giving him like a 10-yard head start. But you also know he's going to cut inside. That's why Stones is letting him have that. In fairness, I think he went through Stones' legs. I think Edison had it all the way if it was on target. Great ball. Because now even Cancelo's playing further up. Now they're down to 10 men. Done well. Cancelo gives it back to Bernardo. Got Rodri on the inside here. Now goes out wide again to Bernardo. Cuts inside with it. Gives it back to Rodri. We're going back. Back on the halfway line of our Kanji. He gives it to Stones. Gives it to Foden, who's touching that right hand line. Oh, chips over the ball. That's not a foul, that, ref. Ref's talking to someone. Who's he talking to here? Talking to a Wolves player, I think. Johnny is. He's had a go at the referee about something, so he's called the captain over and told him to shut up. I don't think Matinho, the captain there, cares. He's just like, whatever, mate. You do what you want. I mean, if you look at that, so possession so far, 56 to their 44. Passes, 189 to their 144. Pass accuracy, 86 to 87. So it's actually been quite an even game. We've been a little bit more clinical going forward. Which is, of course, Wolves' problem, and we knew that going into the game. I'll tell you what, Akanji has done this 3 times now this half. Ah, it's good. Shoulder to shoulder. Muscle. You had no chance then, Johnny. That strength. But that was a lot cleaner than the first one he did. Rudish now cutting inside with it. First time seeing him since the red card. Plays 1-2 with Haaland. Doesn't quite reach. Well defended. Kev presses and nearly wins it. That gets back. good idea, but he wasn't. Like Poland's telling him to get into the middle there, but don't had it all the way. And now we can take control. There's only a few minutes left till half time, so we can just pass them around now. They've stopped running. Look at the Wolves front line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 were stood still there when we were passing it around our back. Haaland, poor touch. Wolves breaking with it. Akanji stands up well. Well played. Well defended. Kev had his hand up apologising to Phil before he'd even decided not to pass him the ball. Phil made a great run then. He lost his man. And if De Bruyne could have easily put that ball in, he can do it. And he apologised to him before he'd even decided not to pass him the ball. He's like, oh, great run, sorry. But now Cancelo's on the left-hand side. Grealish is ahead of him. Phil calling for it at the back post. Goes out right to Grealish. Cuts inside. He gives it to Kev. And obviously it's a corner. Kev puts in the box towards Haaland and Rodri. Defended well. And it's going to be a City throw. Edge of the Wolves box. So just moving into injury time now. My clock is wrong because I forgot to start. That's on me. But here's Stones to fill. There's 3 minutes of added time. Anyone wondering? Oren just put it in the box. I don't know if he was aiming at someone. I don't think it was. I think he just put it into an area. Because everyone was ahead of the ball. He kind of put it towards the penalty spot. But it's a City throw. They've got 2 minutes. The crowd's absolutely dead. I think the Wolves fans know the game's over. A couple of the Wolves players are walking. Which is dangerous for them because we will hurt them. De Bruyne on the half volley. Was it wide? But yeah, he chested it down, left side of the box, and just hits it. It was right on the half volley, and it just drags it wide, unfortunately. Boom. But no one closed them down. Poor hit. Keeper would have had it, I think, anyway. He's one of those, if it goes in, goal of the season contender. Even Sar's wasting time for them now. He just wants it. I think he's had this ball for nearly 40 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's over 40 seconds he's had the ball. They just won half-time too. Hey boss, how's it going? Bit earlier in the day. I expect it to be about 40 degrees where you are. How is it going? Roger cleans up, as you'd expect him to. Edison has it. Just rolling up to half-time now. We've only got seconds left. Well, it's been quite easy. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. Getting the sending off helps. I need a something to show a red or yellow card, don't I? on the score. I'll do that for the next match. Got a couple of weeks to sort it out. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Not bad. Just chilling. Having a decent time. It's Bernardo on the left-hand side. Phil was unmarked on the far post, but then it goes back to Kev. Now Cancelo tries to feed through Bernardo, doesn't reach him. Cancelo switches it this time in the box for Haaland. Can't bring it down, well defended. Haaland trying to chest it down, then volley it. Half-time. 2-0. Decent first half. Game's probably over. But yeah. I mean, look, we knew Wolves don't score a lot of goals, but we also knew they didn't concede. But when you concede after a minute, Haaland did not want the camera in his face there. Haaland ain't happy about something. Yeah, Haaland's not happy there. I don't think Haaland looked comfortable in that game, to be honest with you, so far. I don't think he looked comfortable in that 45 minutes. It looked like he was struggling a little bit with something. Maybe a niggle, injury, I don't know. Maybe he's just not happy with his performance so far. A couple of his first touches have been pretty poor, a bit heavy. Lost possession a bit. But he took his goal really well, you got to say. When the ball was given to him, he drove forward with it, what, about 10-15 yards, hit it right foot. Miscue maybe a little bit, but I mean, found his bottom corner, so. I think maybe he's a little bit frustrated. That second one, he didn't bring it down because he had a chance to chest it and then volley it, but he couldn't get it under control. But yeah, I mean, let's look at that half. So, defensively, we've dealt with pretty much everything. We knew they were going to counter. We knew they got pace. Our defense don't have any pace. But we seem to have dealt with it pretty well because they always want to cut on the inside. Since you got like Podence on the left, he's going to want to cut in on the right. We've seen that a few times, and he's their danger man at the moment. We've limited him to like half a chance. That Neto, he hit it cross golden, and he went out for a goal kick in the end. That was it really. Defensively, Akanji, I think there's been a couple of moments where he's been a bit too heavy-handed. Diaz, don't know, he's been quiet, not really noticed him. I guess that's a good thing in your centre halves. Stones, I think he's doing well. I mean, again, not really noticed him, so possibly a good sign. Then you've got Cancelo on the left. I mean, he's trying his flicks and his tricks on the edge of our box, which I don't like, but going forward, he's been all right. He's linking up quite well, some nice 1-2s, and he's getting forward to help Grealish. Speaking of Grealish, I mean, he got his goal after a minute. I mean, there's been a lot of doubters on him, especially, you know, there's been a lot of City fans as well unhappy with him. I mean, I'm not saying he's one of our best players, but, you know, he's done well this game. And Pep's faith has been rewarded with his goal, which I think he did really well to get because he attacked that 6-yard box really, really well. He could have just simply left it to Haaland, which I think many would have done. But he got in the box, he attacked it, and he was rewarded, so. Is that the sending off on him? Definitely a sending off. At first, I thought really had a chance to bring that down himself, or head it or chest it, but he stood off the player. He let the ball bounce, which I thought was the wrong thing to do at the time. And I mean, his midriff is going to tell him it was the wrong thing to do at the time because, I mean, he's come in, hasn't he? And he's cleaned him out, and it was definitely a red high foot into the midriff. Again, you're lucky he just avoided the groin. I don't think Wolves can have too many complaints about that. I think their biggest complaint is that it happened on Grealish, who they ate from the Villa days. I think Bernardo's done well. I'm glad to see Bernardo back in his usual position because Bernardo is great on the wing, but I think you lose a lot of what he brings to the table. I mean, if you look at that first half, a couple of times he's had to clean up after Rodri, you know, or help him out a little bit. Because Wolves are a football playing team, you know, they will try and play through you and around you. So Bernardo is definitely a player you want in the middle, not on the wing. Rodri, I think he's having his usual game. I think he was unlucky. Well, he got booked, and it probably was a booking, but it was still harsh. It was like 10 minutes into the game. So, I mean, I'd be happy if Pep wanted to bring him off and play Phillips for a bit. Because we don't need to, like, we can't. You don't want to be missing Rodri for the United game. You don't. Out wide, Foden. I think Foden's done all right. I mean, he gets up and down the pitch really well, but his his passing has been, his passing's not been off, but his weight of pass has been off. Like he's either hit it too hard or too soft. But again, he brings much more than his passing. And of course, you've got Haaland up front, who took his goal really well, and who says he needs tap-ins. I mean, he's picked up the ball about 30 yards, ran with it, hit it right foot. Not even his left, his right. Found the bottom corner. But for me, the player of the match so far is De Bruyne. I think he's been wonderful. The cross in the first minute was great. You know, his determination on the overlap was good. And his pressing has been incredible. I mean, even Pep high-fived him at one point midway through that first half. Wolves win on the edge of their box, and De Bruyne's ran, I think, from the halfway line to close them down. He's been the first one there. He's attacked them. Led like a captain. So far, he's my man of the match. I do love Haaland, I gotta say. I mean, Haaland's a monster, isn't he? Can you imagine if we had him last season? I think if we had Haaland last season, we would have won the league. Like, not the league, we would have won the Champions League if we had Haaland, I think. Assuming he was fit for that time of the year. Rodri has looked a bit shaky in this one. But like I said, Wolves are a ball-playing team, you know. They're not a long ball. They're not going to put the ball in the air a lot because they're short. They're all like Bernardo Silva size. They're going to try and pass through you and play through you. And Rodri, you know, when that happens, he's not really much he can do because he's there as a sole DM. Other teams like United have two. Chelsea have two. You know, we've only got one. So when you've got 5 players running at you, you can play football. He's going to struggle every now and then, but that's why Bernardo sits there next to him. A bit more cover. Rio Ferdinand, who I think is a wonderful person. Let's check out Twitter, see what Twitter was saying. But yeah, there's a goal first minute. Well taken. And it's De Bruyne. Look, he picks up, spins, sees Foden, gives it him straight away. Foden does really well. Doesn't panic. Waits for De Bruyne. I think it's Matinho not following him. And goal. And Grealish does really well to beat Johnny there at that back post. Here's the Haaland goal. Grealish does really well on the stretch to give it to Bernardo. Beat it through to Haaland. Yeah, he's run about 10-15 yards, if not 20. Bang, right foot, goal. Joke. It's what Aguero would have done. Picked up in that area, run with it, and just hits it. Wanted the Kung Fu Grealish. I don't know. I mean, it was definitely a red. There's going to be a lot of salty Liverpool fans out there comparing it to that Haaland one, where he put his foot up and defender headbutted his foot. But, I mean, it's a red all day, isn't it? You can't be doing that. Good challenge. And I think Grealish has done well. I don't see what the problem is. I think Grealish has done well. I think Grealish is, you know, not had any problems with him, to be honest. I think he's had more of an effect going forward than Foden has in this game. But yeah, I just thought Grealish could have attacked the ball before it bounced when Cancelo first put it through, but he didn't let the defender win it. And then bam. I mean, I always love it when the defender does that, because Collins has hit him there in the midriff, studs and everything, and then he spun around pointing at the ball when he didn't touch the ball. He didn't touch it. And he's waiting for VAR to overturn it. Like, it's not going to happen. And that's game over. Wolves are not coming back into this. I mean, even if they were to score 2, I'd expect us to score more. But yeah, too many Wolves players as well. You can tell they've dropped in confidence because they were walking at the end of that half. They were walking. And it's been quite an even, if you look at possession, passes, it's been quite even. You know, they've not been overwhelmed, Wolves. They have actually played quite well. But just no goal threat at all. But yeah, let's read some tweets. So let's see. Everyone happy with Grealish at the moment? Yeah, that's another thing. I get why the Wolves fans are booing Grealish. I don't think they were booing him because they didn't think it was a red card. I think they're booing him because it's ex-Villa. I mean, it's a red, isn't it? It's what people are saying about it. Someone says great challenge. Another says personal. Here we go. One saying never read City ruining football. Another one pointing out what I did, which was he actually pointed at the ball. He actually pointed. My favourite thing about that, if you watch the second goal, if you watch the Haaland goal again, and you watch it from behind Haaland, before there's a Wolves fan in the background clapping before it goes in. Loved that. That was quite nice. There's actually a Wolves fan clapping, which I absolutely enjoyed. Because Wolves are completely fucked. My fantasy team doing well. Got De Bruyne in there. Although I removed De Bruyne from vice captain and Haaland from captain. I think I've made Haaland vice captain. But I gave the captaincy to Kane. I think Tottenham are going to smash Leicester late because Leicester are awful. They're going down them. I don't think Rodgers wants to be there, but they can't sack him because it's too much money. I don't think the players want to be there anymore. But yeah. And I'll say it again, I said it in the, I said after what, 20 minutes or whatever it was. The one thing I'm happy about in this match as well is that we've not started poorly as we've started other games this season. Too many we start games cold and we've had to come into it in the second half and win the game late. It looks like this time we've got it wrapped up before half time and we can go into the second half a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill. And usually when you play a game more relaxed, the goals come a little bit easier. I'd be surprised actually if Haaland came out for the second half. I really would. Hey everybody! Here we go again. Players taken to the field. But it's going to be a long half of them Wolves fans, I think. Haaland is out. I don't think Pep's made any changes. Haaland laughing. Yeah, I don't think he was happy in that first half with his performance, to be honest. Particularly that last chance he had. Only half chance. Goal or two. Yeah, I'd like Haaland to score another two. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Can you imagine another hat-trick? I mean, he's ridiculous, isn't he? I think I want to see Phillips coming on for Rodri, because again, I don't think, like, because Rodri's on a yellow, and the last thing we need is to miss Rodri for the United game. Because obviously United are next after the break. Interesting header by Cancelo, putting Diaz under a lot of pressure early on there. Yeah, they've done really well. And this is why I wanted Bernardo on against Wolves. Because Rodri got done there by two Wolves players, and Bernardo was the one tracking back, not Rodri. If that was Gundogan on the pitch, Gundogan's great, love him, but he ain't following that run. And it would have left defence a little bit exposed. No, I even thought about putting Collins on in my fantasy team because I needed a defender, a cheaper defender. But I didn't know. Who did I put on? Honestly, don't remember who I put on. My FPL team I'm kind of liking. I've got Son, Kane, De Bruyne, Haaland, Mitrovic, who for some reason... you know what? The ref let all of them go in the first half, and the first one in the second, he's pulled up as soon as they're on the attack. Is it a foul? It's a foul. It's a foul. I mean, what do you want him to do? It's a foul. There's Diego Costa. He's an interesting signing for me. He'll score them goals if they give him the chance, but they got to get the ball to him. Who's he filming? I think bring Phillips on for Rodri. Bring Alvarez on for Haaland. And bring Gomez on, give him a chance as well. Maybe bring Stonesy off. Move Cancelo to the right. Have a more natural balanced team. I'd probably keep Grealish on. I think Grealish is having a decent game. I think his confidence is obviously booming because of the goal. No, but I prefer Phil on the left. I love Phil on the left. I think he's phenomenal. If you look at the games last season, like against Liverpool at Anfield, he was incredible, Phil, on the left. If you look at games against in the Champions League last season, Borussia Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain, left-hand side, phenomenal. I think his best position is the left. But of course, Grealish doesn't play the right, does he? I'd like to see Grealish on the right, see what he does. But when Grealish plays, you're always going to play Foden on the right. But I think Foden's next position, to be honest, is going to be where Bernardo plays, next to De Bruyne. I think that's Foden's long-term position on the Pep, if Pep stays. Ref, that's so harsh again. Again, you've let all of them go in the first half, and in this half, you're pulling everything back. I mean, he absolutely did Rodri, to be fair. Absolutely did him. The only thing he didn't do then is nutmeg him. Centre midfield was good. Oof. See, this is Cancelo's pushed up there, missed it, and then instead of running back, he's put his arms out and he's looked at Pep like, what am I meant to do? Rodri gets back and defends. But Cancelo there, he's got to get back. He loses the ball and he just shrugs. He just stands there for about 2-3 seconds, letting them get 20 yards ahead of him with the ball. Ball from Cancelo, that, and he loves that. He likes to complain when he loses the ball, doesn't? Just got to get on with it. You can see we've kind of relaxed a little bit. We've kind of taken a foot off the pedal. We've not got that same intensity we had in the first half, but obviously they're down to 10 men and we're 2 goals up, so you'd expect it. Still don't want to see it. I don't want us to stop on 2 goals. Because that goal difference column is looking pretty healthy with all our goals, because we're scoring them for fun. Because then Haaland scored more goals than, what is it, like 12 teams or something. Ridiculous. Cancelo did everything right until, well, apart from go offside. Haaland's never happy unless he's celebrating. Kev telling Phil to push up to the right. He's done it a bit late, but he goes in the end. And if Phil had gone sooner, I think we could have stopped him there. Foden's is really good. Look at that ball out wide as well. That's such a good ball to Johnny. Neto's taking the piss out to them there. And then Cancelo stands up to him, puts it out for a corner. We can't let Wolves get into it. Well, it looks like we've taken the foot off the gas a little bit. We've just chilled. Which again surprises me because we've got an international break now. It's not like we've got a game on Tuesday and we've got to rest players. Because they're all going to play for the international teams anyway, so I'm surprised. Just keep up the intensity and keep going. Don't give them a sniff, because if you let them get 1 goal, get that confidence back, anything can happen later on if we don't kill the game off. And you can see how pressing's not as good as it was in the first half. Oh my god, how's he got that much space there? De Bruyne does alright, he had nowhere to go. And we've got a throw in midway inside our own half. And Podence is having a go at the... no, it's not Podence, is it? Is it Neto? I think it was Neto having a go at the linesman. He's like, why? It is definitely a City throw. Gets over the long throw to Haaland, spins the defender. And here he goes. Chips over the ball. But that's what I like about Haaland. He just kind of laughs it off. He's not here for his dribbling ability. Know that. Bill getting done too easy again. That's like the 3rd or 4th time he's done that. How are they getting all the space? How are they getting all the possession? Diaz cuts that one out. Now Grealish has it. Goes past one. Gets the ball away from the second. Here's Kev. Shoot! Such a shot. Why did he not shoot Kev then? He's got to shoot. He's after that assist bonus. And then Cancelo chips in for Foden, who doesn't get there. Why is Kev not took a shot there? I'm sure he's going for the assists. It's great play by Grealish again. Goes past one. Brought down by the second, but lays it off to Bernardo. He gives it out wide to De Bruyne first time. I think Phil was half expecting the keeper to hit him. Oh my god, and now they got this on now? Cancelo gets back, gets a foot in. Poor. Yeah, we should have scored there. That's really poor. Like, De Bruyne should have just hit it. And the pass to Foden was poor. What I get for praising him in the first half. Oh my word, what is Cancelo doing there? That's our ball, that I think. Definitely came off a Wolves player, but I mean, Wolves got thrown. Look, how Wolves starting this half better than us. Wolves are fired up. We're barely hanging on defensively at the moment. I don't think this game's over yet. They're the ones finding all the space, and I don't know how that's happening. Look at him taking the mick. The triangles. Don't foul. Oh, maybe you should have fouled him. I'm not really sure. Cancelo does well defensively again. He's done alright, actually, defensively this game. Grealish wins the header. That's fantastic play from Grealish. I think that's harsh, that ref. I don't think that is a free kick. But, you know, can't really complain. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did bring the man down. He didn't get the ball. He got there just ahead of Kev. He doesn't like that side of the ball. Spins it around a few times, puts it back down. Alright, they're going to pump this one into the box. They've changed. No, first half they were just passing it around in front of our box at free kicks. This time they're getting plays forward. I don't like that when players do that. When it hits the player's arm or they foul someone and they look at the referee and put their hand out. You're like, didn't touch it. Of course you did if you're doing that. Just get on with it. You're immediately calling yourself guilty. 10 minutes into this half, and honestly, been pretty poor. Oh my word, you lucky. See, all that pressure in the first half, all that closing down. And it nearly pays off in the second. Bernardo should have controlled that. But Wolves on the counter-attack from a mistake that Sam made, a mistake that we should have capitalised on it because it went between 3 City players and suddenly they have a corner. There's something in this game for Wolves, you know, if they go for it. Because they've opened it up, they've stretched the game, and yet it looks like they've got the extra man. Because they're the ones with all the space all of a sudden in the conference. Go on, Phil, get your foot in there. Well played, Phil. And then he just whacks it clear. I mean, look at that. We're the ones with 11 men. We don't even do that when we're drawing or losing. And yet, here we are winning 2-0 and we're just smashing it long. Like, what is that? We don't do that. You can just sense the players under a little bit of the cosh there. Rodgers, like, how's he got that space again? And how's he got that space? Honestly. Rodgers screaming at everyone. Look at him, he's going mad at Diaz. And I agree. All 3 of their front men have 10 yards of space every time they pick the ball up. Bernardo closes side down again. Goes long. Oh my word. You see, look at that header then. No one's telling Roger to bring it down. No one's telling Roger he had time. Oh my word. Oh my word. That was the chance. That was the chance for Wolves to get back in this game early in this half. Pep needs to make changes. And Cancelo does well to head it back to Edison. Pep needs to make changes. This is like a complete reversal of the first half of how we're playing. He was offside then. That Neto, he was offside. Now we've got a bit of possession. We're just passing it along the halfway line. But honestly, we've dropped in intensity and everything in this half. And it looks like Wolves have the extra man. It's crazy. I'm sure they've had a place enough. But yeah, Pep needs to make a couple of subs, get a bit more energy in. I'd probably get Phillips on now, to be honest. Got a bit more energy than Roger has in that midfield. Gets around the pitch a little bit more. No, they're not playing good. Not this half, they're not. Like I said, it's complete opposite. The first half, we played really well throughout. This half, you just kind of like, we've come out thinking the game's finished, the game's done, complete. And Wolves are causing us a few problems because, again, I've said it so many times, this defence, I never trust them to keep a clean sheet. Fortunately, Wolves are a little bit goal shy considering all the talent they've got. Because they do have some good players, Wolves. Really good players. They just don't score. Never take the chances. Look at the space Kev's got here on the right. Actually using the man. Look at Haaland and all that space. How have you not passed it to Haaland? Come on, Kev. You should have scored earlier in the half. You should have gave that one to Haaland. Need to sort it out. Oof, just over the head of Haaland. Cancelo hits it from distance. Over and wide. Not even close. Well, at least there's a shot. Another one for the stats. I mean, Pep doesn't look happy. And again, I mean, I'm with him. The players are not doing the basics. Look at him. He's going mad. They're not doing it. He's probably saying, how have they all got that space? And he's like, who's on the left here? Kev. You did so well in the first half. In the second half, you've been poor. Then again, I mean, who's played well this second half? I can't think of anyone, to be honest with you. Maybe Cancelo, actually. I think Cancelo's probably been the best this half. Because defensively, he's already made 2 pretty important tackles. And he did put in a great ball in for Foden, who I think should have done better. But didn't even get the ball. Went straight to him. I think he was too worried about the keeper. Haaland there yelling at them, push forward, close the men down. Do the basics. Well, Pep needs to put more energy in this team right now. Oh my word, they've done it again. Oh my word. The space. And Diaz with a wonderful slide to block. I didn't touch his arm. What are they going on about? They're checking that for? Yeah. Oh my word. They're winning every second ball. Rodri forces him out the penalty box. Don't foul him. Cancelo did really well with Rodri. Rodri didn't foul him, just did well. Kev now brings it away. Kev's now fouled. And Cancelo's now fouled. I mean, that looked quite nasty, that one on Cancelo. I mean, Cancelo's not... Cancelo's not really complaining about it, but it did look a little bit high. Gundo coming on. I'm glad Gundo's coming on. Yeah, he's coming on. Look in there. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yeah, no, it's definitely a yellow. It's not red. I mean, they're complaining about Moutinho at the edge of the box, but Moutinho was leaning into Rodri, and Rodri just stood his ground, just let him fall. Neves is booked. Gundogan not quite coming on yet. He's put his bib back on. He's just about to come on. Why is Pep not putting him on? What has he seen in that last 2 minutes? Because we didn't have... The ball was out of play. It was a free kick. The referee was booking players. And for some reason, him booking players, he's decided that Gundogan needs to not come on. Very strange. Long ball to Foden, possibly offside. Wolves have it again. Again, every second ball is landing to one of their players. Stones was a little bit rash there. Hurt himself in the process. There's no need for it. Oh, Bernardo, go to the keeper. I will say for Wolves, they are battling in this second half. They're putting up a really good fight. Haaland with another shot, right foot. Haaland gets on his right, hits it. Bobbles, keeper saves. How's that not a corner? That is surely a corner. Is he not giving a corner for that? How's the referee not seen that? How's the linesman not seen that? It was a blatant corner. It was as blatant as that red card. Again, why has Pep not made changes here? What? Stone's playing Akanji into trouble, and then he plays Diaz into trouble, and then he settles it down and gives it back to Edison. You know, it's crazy. It's like... Well, it's been flat, and I see this all the time, like in the City games this season. Like we go through massive periods where we're flat. But here's Foden on the right. De Bruyne feeds it through to Haaland. Nice touch by Haaland, that, to be fair. He's back to Kev. Phil, goal. What a goal. Kev's getting his assist bonus. That right foot as well. That was nice played by Haaland too, if you look at that. If you look at that touch from Haaland. Pep's having a right go at Diaz. He's having a right go at him. He's telling him, you're not defending. You're not doing your job. You're crap. They're down to 10 men. You can't defend. I mean, that's taking too long. That's 10 minutes too long, that goal. But I mean, 3-0. It's game over, innit? So... Great ball by Kev. Great touch by Haaland. Keep hold of it. Again, waits for De Bruyne on the overlap. That's twice already this game. Phil, right foot. Bam. Goal. A great finish. And again, I've said it so many times. The reason Kev gets so many assists is because he puts it in early. Unlike everyone else that wants to touch it 3-4 times before crossing. Just put it in the box. Just as we were looking the worst team, to be honest. He's bringing subs on to try and pull it back, and then we scored. He's like, well, sort that. And here come the Wolves changes. I mean, you can't argue with the score, can you? Podence has gone off. That's pretty good, actually, because Podence, I think, has been their best player. I think he's been very good. Traore's on. Huang's on. I like Huang as well. Doesn't score, but I think he's a decent player. But that's Wolves, isn't it? They've packed their midfield with so many good players, but none of them can score unless it's 25 yards out. Kev wins the throw. How is that not our throw? Oh my word. And there's the minute-long clapping for the passing the Queen again on the 70th minute. To signify her 70 minutes. 70 minutes. She wasn't Queen for 70 minutes. Her 70-year reign. Cancelo clapping, the players clapping, everyone stops. Stonesy clapping. Well played, everyone. Well played. Alan clapping. Good job, the ball went out of play, really, isn't it? Feels like Kev's going off. Phil's going off. So Gundogan is on for Kev. Mahrez is on. Alvarez is on. So Grealish has stayed on. Haaland has stayed on. I'm surprised he kept Haaland on, but here comes Alvarez. Really, you want to see Alvarez alongside, well, on the left or right with, no, you want to see Alvarez on the right. Unlucky that from Alvarez. Mahrez ran on. Good idea, though. But yeah, you want to see Alvarez on the right, Foden on the left. So he's taking De Bruyne off for Gundogan. Mahrez has come on for Foden. Alvarez on for Soba. Banana Silva's the third one to go off. Again, I'm surprised he's kept Haaland on. So I think if that was Aguero, yeah, I think if that was Aguero, I think he'd actually take Aguero off, you know, maybe because of all the injuries Sergio's got. Bit reckless from Diaz, that bit reckless considering the ref's already given a red card for a high foot. And that goal is kind of flattened Wolves again. They're walking again. I mean, it's hard enough to get the ball off us, I suppose, when we got when it's 11v11. Well, we're the best passing team in the world, and then you're playing against them with 10 men. Tough call. Really switches the play to Mahrez, who will get his first touch of the game. Keeps it from running out. Wins a throw. All of us everywhere begging for another Haaland goal for our FPL. Alvarez should have gave it to Haaland first time there. It was on.
That'll be a good game, that Arsenal-Tottenham. 1st of October. That is going to be a good game. Alvarez, nice little turn in midfield. So Alvarez is taking the Bernardo role. We saw that against Nottingham Forest as well. He had that role. There's Grealish. I think it's Erling coming off next. Or not quite finding it to Haaland. Grealish wins it. Good work rate from him. He nearly got kicked again in the midriff. Nice. Now Gundogan. Mahrez didn't commit to it really. He's probably offside. He looked offside. Now Wolves are breaking with it. But the blue shirts are back. Mahrez has to watch him behind him. He doesn't. So now they're on the left-hand side. You sense there's a goal in this for Wolves. Mahrez gets back, help us out. Gives it to Haaland. Here's Haaland. Corner. Kilman. He looks uncomfortable, doesn't he? He looks like me when I'm running with the ball. Like, don't know what I'm doing with it. Oh, Grealish is going off. I thought Haaland was going off. He's had a good game, Grealish. Got his goal in the first minute. It was a good goal as well. Got ahead of his man. Bam. Good finish. And he has been getting a lot of stick, Grealish, so that's good. It's good to see. And here comes Palmer. Here's Palmer now, first touch of the game. Gives it back to Cancelo. Gives it back to Palmer. Got a chance to whip it in. See, this is what I mean about players taking 3-4 extra touches. Because that's what he did. He gave it back to Mahrez, who had a good volley, edge of the box. But if he just whips that in first time, like Kev would have done, there's a chance there. This is what I mean about too many of our players, wide players taking 3-4 touches. Mahrez does it, Grealish does it, he does it. Kevin is so good at assisting because he just gets the ball in first time. None of this nonsense playing around with it. Decent corner. Ruben Neves is the one that put it out and nearly went in. I don't think he knew anything about it. Alan ducked under it. Like he kind of faked it. Look at him being pushed by 2 defenders. Yeah, Neves just flicks a foot out and it goes wide. He's lucky. That could have gone absolutely anywhere. That could have been an own goal easily. Here's Mahrez, another corner. Headed away. Throwing. Grealish masterclass today. I think Grealish has played well. I really do. I think he's been one of the better players. Like I said before the game, he was getting a lot of hate. Getting a lot of hate. Especially from the City fans. I saw when the team sheet came out on Twitter, they were all going on about it. Why is Grealish playing ahead of Mahrez? Why is Grealish playing ahead of Alvarez? It's going to be a City throw. Alvarez wanted to take it quick. No one wanted the ball. The Stones has it. Alvarez is the only one moving. Alan taps it down for Mahrez. Tries to cut inside. Doesn't work out. When he could have just gave the ball to Palmer. Mahrez there across the box. Once they try to be fancy. Guess you can do that when you're 3-0 up, 10 minutes to go. I think there's probably another goal in this for us. You got to think. You got to think there's another goal in it. Stonesy has it at the moment. Here's Erling. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky that. Not quite been his day, has it, Haaland? I think he's had a pretty bad game. In all honesty, I think his touching has been poor. Obviously, he took his goal really well. But everything else, I think he's just been a little bit sloppy. Sloppy is the word, isn't it? It's not poor, it's sloppy. But you can see him. I mean, he's still pressing even in the 80th minute there. Clock's just gone over 80. He's still pressing. He's still yelling at everyone. He's trying to go Gundogan about pressing up. Rodri's coming off. Rodri coming off for Gomez. So who's just sticking in defensive mid? I can only think he's putting Stones defensive mid, then he's putting Cancelo right back. Gomez left back. I'm assuming that's what he's done. Unless he puts Cancelo in that defensive midfield role, but I'd be very surprised. He's put Stones there, yeah, I think. Yeah, Stones is playing that defensive mid. Phillips has gone right back, has he? Yeah, Phillips looks like he's gone right back. Stones sent defensive mid. Gomez left. I don't know. It's all over the place at the moment. Who knows? Who knows? But here's Wolves. Like I said, I expect them to... Good positioning from Diaz in the end. Gomez got done on the outside and got turned. Don't let them score now. In fairness, I want to say Wolves don't deserve a goal. Here's Diaz yelling out there. He's having a right go at someone. Palmer. No, it was Alvarez. I think he was having a go at. Looking at it. Now Gomez does quite well. Kanji has it. Mahrez. What is that ball by Mahrez? Absolutely poor. I know. No, I'm not going to say it. I'll leave it. Here we go. Nice chance for a break. Oh, they should have given it to Mahrez first. He gave it to Haaland, which was the wrong ball. It was a poor ball as well. Wrong ball and poor ball. Mahrez was free on the right. He had to give that to Mahrez. Alvarez. Oh, look at that. How's he not done that? I mean, he'll... And the ball wasn't quite hard enough for Haaland. Oof. Cancelo and Mahrez linking up on the right. Nearly finds it to Haaland, but headed away. Wolves play picked up then, but he wasn't sure it'd gone out of play. But it had gone out of play. Lucky for him. Akanji does really well winning on the halfway line. Mahrez inside to Alvarez. Just shoot. Left foot doesn't hit it properly. Haaland does seem frustrated. I agree there. I think Haaland's bit. I don't think Haaland's had a great game. I think he's frustrated with himself because, like I said, I think his touches and that have just been. He's been pretty sloppy. I think it's disappointing not to score more goals, particularly when you're playing a team who's been down to 10 men for most of the game, and you've not had a chance since then. A couple of the Wolves players then again not running, just stopped. There's two of them stood still there. But it doesn't feel like we're playing against 10 men, does it? Like, you're not really finding us in lots of space. We've not really pounced on it. We've not really... Armour there, going backward. Yeah, we've not really taken advantage of it. Just kind of chilled out. Like, I wouldn't exactly call it a boring second half, because I think Wolves did put in a pretty good shift in the first part of it. But it's not a not vintage performance, this. Not of how well we're playing in the first half and with the levels dropped. Free kick. Johnny brought down Mahrez. The Wolves fans streaming out the ground. Neto is off for Campbell. He's good playing Neto, isn't he? Gundo. Ball pass from Diaz. He saw Gomez short. Wolves have it on the right hand side. Palmer's back there helping out, so is Alvarez. Not really letting them go forward. Palmer again. Stay with him, stay with him, stay with him, stay with him. Stay with him. Well played, and that's our ball. Gomez and Palmer. Well played, lads. Yeah, so they just give man of the match to De Bruyne, and I'd agree with that. I'm going to go with De Bruyne as well for mine, but I think his second half performance was significantly worse than his first half. I mean, he got 2 assists, pretty much identical assists as well. And what is Gundogan doing there? Man wins the header as well. Here's Alvarez breaking. Here's Mahrez on the right. Gonna go backward with it. See that too many times from him. Not getting the ball in the box when he's got the chance. Hopeful ball fought by Gomez, but it was to absolutely no one on. Armour harassing. It's our force to go long. And Akanji's there to head it. Mahrez about to give a free kick away. That's really well played from him there. Edis comes out, claims it really well. The only thing he's had to do all game, he did. Came over the top of the 2 players. Want to see that? Here's Alvarez in that space, getting in the middle. He's always in it. Gives out wide to Haaland, trips over the ball again. This time he gives it to Palmer. Keeps tripping over the ball, Haaland. That's very well played by Stones. How good has Stones been as well? Stones has been so good. I love Stones. Palmer's ball in, just too high for Haaland. Haaland's having a right go at me. He's not happy. And I agree with Haaland there. He's yelling at him because he's delaying the cross. The wide players are always doing it. I agree. Just whip it in. Haaland is, yeah, Haaland does not look happy, does he? I don't think he's looked happy since the first half when he pushed the camera out the way. There's Cancelo. See, why is Cancelo not put that across the box as well? Haaland made the run forward, going to the 6-yard box. Cancelo's done brilliant there to go through the Wolves defence and actually reach the byline, but then he's trying to put back rather than just whipping the ball across 6-yard box. Last season, yeah, we didn't have a striker, we didn't have anyone running into that area, but now we got someone who only wants that area. You know? I agree. Cancelo should have put it in. Injury time. It has been a poor second half, this. Ederson rushes out and heads it. To be fair, Ederson's done well not to lose his concentration. The 2 things he's had to do this half, he's done. And he's done in the last couple of minutes. I think Stones has had another really good game today. Nice ball out wide there to Cancelo. He needs to cut it back to Mahrez. He's not even seen him. He's just going for his man. It's the byline. Crosses it in. What is Palmer doing? Looked like he'd gone out for a goal kick anyway. But why is Palmer not laying that off as well? I mean, some decision making, honestly. Good run by Cancelo. Well picked up by Kanji. Gets past his man, although the easier one would have been Mahrez. And if he cuts it back to Mahrez there, he's also got Alvarez with him. He's unmarked. Minute and a half left. Alan's still harassing. He's kept that up the full 9 minutes, so well played to him there. It's like we took the sting out of the game in the first half and then not even bothered to turn up for the second. Neither team really. It's just been flat, hasn't it? Been absolutely flat this second half. Well, Wolves can go away happy, I think. They've been down to 10 men most of the game. They've only conceded a couple more since then. They've kept us fairly quiet. And we've not had a great game. We've created plenty of chances, but they've just fluffed their lines quite a bit. Overall, it's 3-0. It looks like we're going to keep a clean sheet. Wolves are going to have one more tap before the end of the game. It looks like we're going to finish 3-0. We go into the international break unbeaten for the season. We take the top spot in the league as well for the time being. So, I mean, I guess we can ignore the complaints of today and just write off as we wrapped up the game early and we just move on. Just move on with the game. City played crap. I mean, I don't think they played great. The thing is, whenever I say we played crap, someone's going to have a go at me about it. So I'm not gonna criticize them too much. Alvarez stopped running at the wrong time. The front three, if you look at that front three, just doesn't look great, does it? It doesn't look great. You clearly got to say our best front three are Foden, Haaland. I don't even know who the third is. I mean, Grealish today, obviously, because I think Alvarez was poor when he came on. I think Mahrez was poor when he came on. Palmer didn't do great. Well, I mean, they did come on at the end. Didn't have much time, but it is what it is. It's a win, isn't it? Good win. Thanks, Bosk. Everyone have fun. It feels like that way, doesn't it? We've won 3-0, but you come away feeling a little bit disappointed. It's weird. I guess that's how good this team is. They've just got us disappointed with a 3-0 win. But again, you go into the international break, clean sheet, unbeaten in the season so far. What's that? Is it game 7, game 8? Game 8, I think, isn't it? Unbeaten. Move on. So, yeah. The champions keep going. And we're top of the league at the moment, and I think we're going to finish the day on top of the league. I think it's tomorrow when Arsenal play. So, yeah, not bad. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to go do the match reaction now. But yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit subscribe, anyone that's joined late. And you enjoy your Saturday. Yeah, enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your Sunday. I'm thinking about doing a watch along for the England games. I'm thinking about it. Don't particularly want to, but I'm thinking about it. We'll see. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheerio.